Suppose we needed to travel and we had three options. That is, you can travel by maybe bus or train or plane. So which one would you choose? If you're financially doing well, then naturally I think plane would be the best option, right? And it would be the most relaxing and easiest option. Or else, even if we had this option of going by train, but again, three options, that is by a normal train, or maybe an express train, or maybe a bullet train. So again, which one would we choose if we had, we were well off? So then naturally a bullet train. So what is very dear to us or important to us? And that is speed. Don't you think? Isn't it? Speed is very important in today's times, and especially for people living in, cities, metro cities. So speed is very, very important. Next. So now just imagine we had this situation. You have gone to a restaurant and you have ordered for maybe one cup of tea or maybe some good snack. So you order for it and it comes after 1 hour. So how will you feel? Definitely not good. And on the other hand, you order for something and it just arrives in 5 minutes. So how will you feel? You'll feel very good. Next time, definitely you will visit the same restaurant. So speed is definitely important. Again, suppose I switch on a light and then that light actually brightens after maybe 5 minutes. So that is also not a pleasing thing. We would want that as soon as I switch on the light, it should immediately brighten up. That means immediately the light should respond. So we want quick things. Even today, it's so fast world that when we walk into a mall or when we walk into certain shops, you don't even have to press the button. You don't even have to hold the handle. But as soon as you reach the door senses that you have come and it just opens and you walk in. So it's so quick. So today's speed is no doubt very, very important. Next. So today we have real quick fixes. Even in foods, we see there's so many fast foods options. You just need to put it in water, or within 2 minutes, your food is ready. So today we are all in for instant and fast foods, quick fixes. Now, at such times, what does slowing down mean actually? So we should understand that. And is it really important to slow down? Next. So now suppose sometimes what happens, when we are in a hurry, we want things very quickly. We need to do things quickly. But sometimes with hurry, there is a very old saying which says, haste makes waste. I think sometimes you must have found yourself in such a situation wherein you are in amidst the traffic and you're running late for a meeting or an event and you're driving fast, but there are so many cars in front of you, which is actually they are stopping you. And now you are stand still in the car, but your mind is running at a fast pace. You find yourself in such situations, yes? So now you're helpless. You want to go fast, but you're in a standstill situation and your mind is racing fast. Now, sometimes what happens is, you may dodge and you may move around, you may go in front of many cars, you may, cross so many cars, And you may feel that you have actually speeded up and you have raced in front of all those cars. But then again, you reach a signal, and there, in that waiting time, all those cars which you crossed, again they come back near you. So there's no point actually in, racing that time and crossing all those cars. So it is actually, you've gone fast, but it is of no use. So even though you really tried to go faster, but you didn't save any time. Doesn't so happen many times. So many times this thing also happens when you are in a hurry. So then there are three words that come with that hurry word, and that is hurry, worry, and curry. Next. So in our organization, Brahma Kumaris, they say, a dadi, a senior administrative head, a past administrative head, she used to say that along with this word hurry comes hurry, worry, and curry. Next. So what happens is when you're in a hurry and a worry, then just like a curry, which is made up of many vegetables and spices and all, there's too much in that. So same way in hurry, we turn up in a mess. We end up in a mess. So what happens is when we hurry, sometimes if you see the food, so either we end up burning the food, or either maybe the food is undercooked. And I would like to share one incident. What happened was one doctor and his team they were operating a patient, and they finished up everything perfectly all right. And in the end, they were just searching for their Caesars, and they found that the Caesar was left inside the patient's stomach because of hurry, because they wanted to finish the operation on time. So what happened was, in hurry, this mistake happened. So many a times when we do things fast and quickly, many mistakes happen. So we should do fast. Today is a world which needs speed, which demands speed, but at the same time, we need to take care that no errors happen. So that is possible when this phrase slow down to go fast, that is there in our mind, or we actually practice this. So let's see, what does this mean? Okay, next. Okay, what happens is, if you just observe, now suppose there's a person who is trying to speak very fast, wants to convey the message very fast, so speaking very fast and rapidly. And on the other hand, there is another person who is trying to convey a message slowly, peacefully, patiently. So which message can be fast understood? Which message can be quickly understood? Naturally, the one who is speaking slow, peacefully, patiently, right? So we'll just see this example. Now here the singer is singing very fast, and then the same singer is singing very slowly and peacefully. Now just observe the difference. So let's have this. Let's listen to this video. Can you all hear? The first. अपने दिल से मेरा हक मिटाने लगे, मेरे हर ख्वाब को तुम जलाने लगे, दिल में भरने लगा है धुआं. So you heard this song? Heard this song in both versions? Yes? Okay, so which sounded better? I think you can either message by chat, or you can even respond orally also, if that allows you to. Yes, of course, the slow one, right? So the slow one was really soothing, melodious, and the fast one couldn't even understand the lyrics, and it was too fast to catch. Similarly, in life, when we are a little slow, peaceful, and patient, we can understand things more. We can relate with people more effectively. Again, we'll see a picture wherein river, there are two different rivers. Okay, so just see this picture properly. So, can you spot the differences? You can mention the differences in the chat box or maybe even orally, whichever is convenient. So, what is the difference in both the pictures? Both are rivers, but definitely both the rivers look different, very, very different. You can say night and day difference. So, the first river, it looks very stormy river, right? Not calm river. And the other river is very calm, peaceful. The first river you will see, water is gushing through it and it is all muddy and it looks ferocious, like angry type. And the second river is very calm. So you can see it acts as a perfect mirror, to the surroundings. So it's actually reflecting the surroundings, the mountains, the tall trees, the meadows, everything it's reflecting. And in the first river, you will see that the water is just gushing through, and here it's so peaceful that actually you can even see the pebbles and the stones lying within the river. You can see beneath what is there. And if you're standing there, you maybe even be able to see your face also. So now I need to understand. We need to be fast, no doubt about it. But when and where I need to go fast. So that should be clear. So now in this picture, we can understand which picture looks better. Which picture looks beautiful. So definitely the one which is peaceful. It's looking better. Right one. Yes, very right. So now I need to understand. See, I need to be fast and at the same time I need to be slow also. So when and where I need to go fast. Now, for example, I just give you a situation. You think about it and you think, what will you do immediately? The situation is, now suppose you're just coming back from the office to your home and you're seeing that the home is on fire. The house is on fire. So, what is the first thing that you would need to do? And you will do? What is the first thing? Yes. What will be the first thing that you need to do? What you need to do? You need to put out the fire, no doubt about it. You need to extinguish the fire. But as soon as you see that fire, what comes to your mind? That you have to call the fire brigade, or maybe you have to take water from somewhere, or you have to rush inside and save your near and dear ones, run away. No, actually, what is seen, what happens is when such a situation comes, people tremble so much that even if you take your phone and you try to call the fire brigade, you're so scared that you can't even see the numbers and your hands are shaking so much that you can't even press the right numbers. It so happens. Do you agree? Yes. So what is the thing I need to do that time? The first and foremost thing I need to do is to calm down my mind. Yes, patience. I need to be patient, calm. Why? Next slide. Because A calm mind can see better, can understand better, decide better, and act quicker. So it's very important that I keep my mind calm. Next. So slowing down. What is slowing down? So things should be clear to me. So it's not that, see, in crisis situations, I need to be, fast. I need to be fast in crisis situations. Like, for example, emergency, you need to save a patient. So the doctor cannot be very slow, needs to be fast. But where I need to slow down, so I need to understand that. So let's do a small exercise. Okay. So please run this PPT. So what I need to do is take a small piece of paper. You have paper with you right now? So you need to take a piece of paper and pen, draw a circle, and write in it the name of the person you value the most. So do this exercise. Then after this circle, draw another circle. And now in this, you write the name of the next person whom you consider the closest or you value a lot. Got it? And then again, another circle, write family. And again, names of the people who are close to you. Again, another circle and write work or study in the circle. Again, another circle and write others. Now, in each of the circles you have written, write how much time you spend with each of these people. Percentage you can write down in all the circles. The one whom you value the most, the next person, the family, your work. So how much time in a day do you spend with that person? So you can write down percentage wise. Okay. Okay, now just check in all these circles. How much time? Have you written your name anywhere in any of the circles? Your name is there? First circle, second circle, wherever, anywhere. Yes, which circle? First. Oh, so nice. Okay, that's really nice. But how much time you give to yourself? See, if I give time for eating, drinking, sleeping, so that is very common. That is not quality time. Quality time means how much time I give for myself, for my self-development, for my self-renewal. How much time I spend with myself so that I understand myself more deeply, so that I can, actually evolve more nicely. So how much quality time do I give to myself? Do I really give that much time to myself? So that I learn more, so that I evolve more, so that I upgrade myself more, inside, outside, both. Okay. So that is giving quality time to myself. Now, if I check how much time, suppose I tell you that you have to sit all by yourself without any company of any person, without any electronic device, without any mobile, any gadget, any book, nothing means absolutely nothing with yourself. Not a single thing with yourself. You're all by yourself. So, how much will you appreciate that time? Will you appreciate that time, or you will feel that you're actually wasting your time? If you're sitting all by yourself, nothing with you, absolutely no book, no gadget, no person, nothing means nothing to do. Sit by yourself. how much will you appreciate that? And how much will you love that time spending with yourself? Uh, or how long can you sit like that? How long? Can you sit for hours? Or within no time, you start falling asleep, right? So we will not enjoy. Many of them will start drowsing or will take that time to sleep. So that means my company is so boring to myself. Suppose somebody else was there, I would have had a chit chat and I would have appreciated that time. Or if I had some gadget or something to work, then I would have appreciated that I did something. But if I sat with myself and I'm not feeling so good, I'm feeling as if I'm wasting my time. So that means I'm not enjoying my company. That means I'm not so interesting to myself. So don't you think I shouldn't feel that way? I should actually enjoy my company. So next, so I need to understand that we are actually human beings, not human doings. Because, we appreciate ourselves only when we are doing something, when we accomplish something, right? Suppose I achieve something, suppose I finish off my task, I'm doing so many things, then I'm feeling good about myself, isn't it? That means every day we have to-do lists and we keep ticking off that. I've achieved this much, I've accomplished this, I've done this. Then you feel I've done a lot. Okay. So, feel good then at the end of doing. But I have to ask myself, am I a human being or am I a human doing? Certainly, we are all human beings, not human doings. So now I have to ask this question. Slowing down means I need to ask myself, how much do I focus on my being? Being means my state of mind. My being, how is it? Is it peaceful, happy, loveful? So I have to focus on that. Because see, when a ceiling fan speed needs to be increased, I want it to be fast. So I don't hang around the fan, but I actually focus on the regulator, right? So a little shift in the regulator and a big shift in the fan. That means if I want to bring a shift in my external situations, I don't need to hang on those situations. Don't need to work on those situations, but actually I need to work on the regulator. And the regulator is my mind. That means the state of being. How am I feeling? How am I today? So I need to focus on that. Next.
Looking to upskill for the future?
Pause, please. So, today you must have, we all are very much aware that artificial intelligence is being used widely and it is replacing so many jobs. Like earlier, if you remember, we had those Kodak cameras and they were really good cameras. But today, mobile has replaced that camera. Mobile has replaced, in fact, many things like calculators, alarm clocks, and so many other things. So many apps are there, they're doing all the things. So today, now time is telling us that if I don't change, the way I'm working, the way my belief systems, then time will force me to change because artificial intelligence is replacing human beings today. So many jobs, are just being done by artificial intelligence and no longer they need humans. So there is a nice ad about this. So let's have a watch. I think you must have seen also. Just let's
Looking to
have a look.
upskill for the future?
This new AI can perform all coding jobs in seconds, including blockchain development. While this AI is already outperforming accounting firms. Meanwhile, the new graphic design AI aims to automate graphic design and could minimize the need for
Relax. Because in a future where AI does most of the work, there'll be one thing that humans will finally get to do all day long. Nothing. So it's time to learn the most essential skill of the future. 5-Star presents Nothing University with the first ever diploma program in doing nothing. An intensive course covering the most future-ready skills out there.
Well, let me check with the AI and get back to you in a few days.
With our state-of-the-art workshops, campus placements, and guest lectures, the world can finally prepare for the glorious future that awaits us. Beat 5-Star. Do nothing. Enroll now.
So, understood? So actually, this was an ad by Cadbury 5-Star. And they were saying actually that in a world of do something, sometimes doing nothing can do wonders. So if you have to do nothing, just enjoy the moment by having a Cadbury. So that's what they were trying to say. But then there was a very powerful message, which this ad is actually saying, and that is that there will come a time when AI will do everything. And even today, you just Google and you will find so many answers. And now we have Chat GPT and all that. So, and you, in the IT sector, you know very well about all this, how AI is actually doing so many of our jobs. So, in such a time when you have nothing to do, so how will your feelings be? You have nothing to do, and maybe at a point of time you may feel that you're worthless because there is so many things which is being done, which is being taken care of, and you have absolutely nothing to do. So then, will you feel good? Definitely no, I think. So this point of time, I can really enjoy that point of time. I can really enjoy those moments when I have worked on myself. So what I was just sharing a little while ago, that is, instead of focusing on doing, I have to focus on doing, but more focus should be on being. That is my state of mind. Because AI can never overpower those subtle skills, that subtle powers. AI can never overpower, just like, love, peace, happiness. There are so many things that we will lose with time. We may lose with time. Person, his position may change, his post may change, right? A person's power may change. Earlier, a person was very having a particular position, so had certain powers. But now, no longer in that post, so powers are not there. Just like we see in politics today, in even in our corporate world today. So we can lose our post, we can lose our position, we can lose our power, we can, pennies also, earlier maybe with a lot of pennies, money, and today no longer maybe financially so stable. So we can always, lose all these things. But one thing is there which can be with us always, and that is, can you guess? What is the thing which will always be there with us? That is our personality. Personality in the sense, how I am as an individual. That will always be there. So instead of focusing on what we need to do, I have to focus on that, of course, but first I need to focus on what I am as a personality, what I am. So that I need to work on. So when I work on that, then I don't need to be scared. I don't need to be worried or concerned about everything outside. It's like, there's a small instance about a ship which was actually sailing in the stormy sea. The sea was stormy, and it literally felt as if the ship would sink in the sea. But the captain of the ship, he immediately takes the ship in the center of the storm. From where the storm started, he takes the ship right into the center of the storm. So actually, all the passengers are very worried and concerned that the storm is taking the direction of the storm. So of course they will sink. They were very sure about it. But then they see a different situation. As soon as they reach the center of the storm, there the sea is very peaceful. Really, the center of the storm, the eye of the storm, they say it's very peaceful there. And then the whole ship got saved. So actually, the center is very safe and secure. The center from where all emotions start, and that is our mind. The mind is the place from where all thoughts start. So if you just come to the center where the mind starts, where thoughts start coming, if you just reach the center point, so there things are calm. So in meditation, we practice coming to the center of the forehead. If you just observe, when we're thinking fast, so here, you can see lines rising. Or when you think too much, then you have a headache because the mind is actually in this part of the body, the head. And so this is the center region. So when I come back to the center mentally, I gently focus my attention here in the center of the forehead. So I become very peaceful, calm, serene. So I need to do that. So next. So now we just saw how artificial intelligence is making the future of humanity a bright one, no doubt. But at the same time, people are scared also. But if I work on myself, my state of being, I will actually enjoy what technology is doing with time today. Next. So when the world around us is constantly changing, it's time to get to the center. That means to work on the being, to work on the self. Next. So the center of the cyclone is known as the eye. And just as I shared with you, the eye is the region which is very calm. Next. So what does slow down mean? Slowing down doesn't mean being lazy or inconsistent, but rather it's slowing down to go fast, because I told you in crisis situations, we need to be quick. We need to be fast, and that can only happen when I'm peaceful inside. We saw how a calm mind can see better, understand better, decide better, and act quicker. So next. So what are the benefits of slowing down? So when I slow down, I told you it's not slowing down to become lazy, but actually when we slow down, we can plan better. It's like, there is a story about a woodcutter. He just joins a new firm. So all he needs to do is to go to the jungle, chop wood, and come back to his timber camp. So first day he goes with a lot of enthusiasm, and right in the morning he goes to the jungle to chop down trees, and he chops down 10 huge logs of wood. So in the evening, when he returns, he comes back with 10 huge logs of wood. Next day, he goes again at the same time, takes his axe, and now he chops down 9 huge logs of wood. Again, third day, he's going, same time, same enthusiasm, same energy. But now, today, he's able to chop 8 logs of wood, then 7, then 6, and so on. One fine day, it so happens that he spends the same amount of time in the jungle. He goes with the same energy, same enthusiasm, same time, but he's not able to chop even one single log of wood. So what happened? Why has his consistency, his consistency lost actually? Why is his efficiency lost? So what is the reason? So the owner of the timber camp, he asks him, what is wrong with you? You're going the same energy, taking so much same time, but you're not able to chop even one log of wood. What is the reason? So he's also not aware of the reason. Suddenly the owner asks him a question. Have you actually sharpened your axe? And then immediately the response is, no, I haven't sharpened my axe. So he says, you try this experiment with this, sharpen your axe. And then he sharpens the axe for just 5 minutes. And then again, his efficiency returns. He's able to chop same 10 logs of wood as he could do before. So what was the error? The error was that he had not sharpened his axe. So it took so much time. So when I slow down and I plan and I work on sharpening my axe, then my quality of work improves. And then, as I just mentioned, a calm mind can see better, understand better, and decide better. So there is enhanced decision making. And when we slow down, it significantly reduces costly mistakes because we saw hurry, worry, curry. So hurry definitely leads to errors. So it's important that I slow down. Slow down improves my well-being also. Next. Now, what is slowing down actually? So just like in this picture, you can see the archer, he's aiming at the target. He has the bow in his hand and he's pulling the string back. First, he's pulling the string back, pausing, focusing, and then he releases the arrow straight into the target. So slowing down means stepping back, pausing, focusing, and then releasing your arrow. That means then actually doing things. So this is slow down. More pictures of slow down. Let's see it. Next. Now here there is a picture of civil engineers, construction engineers, or architects. So they are actually working on the plan before previous picture. So they're actually working on the plan. So no doubt it may take a longer time to work on the plan. But if the plan is correct, then they can actually construct things faster, quicker. So slowing down means planning time is slowing down. Again, next picture. So here there is a picture of an athlete who is actually slowing down, doing some exercises, warming up exercises. So he's warming up and then he gets ready for his, race or his sport. Next. So this is that slow down time. Even bullet trains also you will see that no doubt the train is actually driving fast, but when a station comes, it slows down. It stops at the station. The passengers all alight from the train, and then the train again speeds up. So no doubt it's a bullet train, it's going fast, but then there is a pause at station, there is a stop, and then again the train speeds up. Next. So these are all actually slowing down pictures. But now what are the strategies? How I should actually slow down to go fast? So we'll talk about 5 P's. So it is easy to remember. The first P is plan. So planning is actually slowing down. So when I plan properly, so they say that if I need to work for 8 hours, I will spend 4 to 5 hours of planning and then 3 hours maybe or 2 hours maybe of actually working out. So planning is so important. I need to plan correctly, effectively. So planning. Second is prioritizing. So always need to understand which is more important, what is the need of the moment. Like for example, a diamond and a velvet box. So velvet box no doubt is beautiful, velvet box, but compared to the diamond, diamond is definitely more precious. So I should understand which I need to do for what. Like for example, soul and human body. Now, soul, the mind over matter, they say, no? Mind over matter. So first I need to work on the mind and then matter. So I need to work on how I'm feeling and then what I'm doing. Like for example, I'm doing some task, but I'm doing without, energy or without good feelings. Then even though I'm doing it, I will not get satisfaction from it. But instead, even the work is a very simple task, but I do it with the right frame of mind. I'm happy about it. I'm doing it with good thoughts. Then that simple job also will give me satisfaction. For example, there is a story, of how 3 stone cutters, they were doing the same job of cutting the stone. A passerby just happens to ask them, "What are you doing?" The first one replies, "I'm actually cutting stone. You can't see, I'm doing the job." The second one replies, "I'm actually earning for my livelihood. So whatever I'm doing, I'll get some wages. From that, I will look after my family, my needs." The third one was asked, "What are you doing?" He replies, "I'm actually constructing a beautiful temple." So 3 people doing the same job with 3 different attitudes. So what do you think? Who will get more satisfaction out of his job? Naturally, the third one, because he's feeling he's doing something creative, he's earning something out of that labor. And that's why he will feel satisfied at the end of the day. And maybe he'll really progress also. So I always need to understand, what should I give first attention? So what is important? So I need to prioritize. Third, prepare. Prepare myself. Prepare myself means externally as well as internally. Suppose there is an emergency case, I have hardly 5 minutes with myself. So 1 minute at least I should spend for my mind. My mind should accept that thing and prepare for that thing. So in my mind, if I create beautiful feelings for the task, if I create acceptance for the task, then I'm prepared, actually prepared. So even though I don't have external other preparations, but I've accepted and I have created beautiful thoughts, then I'm prepared for the task. So in this way, I have to prepare. Then the 4th P, next. 4th P, next. 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 The 4th P is pause. So we see every electronic gadget has definitely a pause button or a stop button. But what about our mind? Our mind is continuously racing even in sleep, and there is no pause button. And any electronic gadget, if doesn't have a pause or a stop, what will happen? It will soon heaten up and it'll, maybe get spoiled. So similarly, our mind also today has a tendency to get heated up, no? There is heated up argument, there is heated up conversation. Why? Because there is no pause. So I need to have a pause. Now we'll just see a sentence, a paragraph where there is no pause, absolutely. Next. Just see if it's easy to read it. Here's a passage without any spaces, commas, periods. Is it easy? Okay, the same passage we'll see with spaces, pauses, commas, and full stops. Now, this seems to be easy. This seems to be easy reading. Yes. So what's the difference? The difference is space, pause, commas, and periods. So same with the mind. If there is no pause, there's a lot of confusion, no clarity. But if there is pause, that means 5 minutes are there with me. So 1 minute, let me pause. Pause means silence. Stop. Let me stop thinking and be in the moment. Enjoy the moment. So this pause will actually do wonders. It will make mind very clear. Things will be very clear to us. We'll take immediate, quick decisions. So next. So the simple answer is whenever you're finding yourself going too fast. See, if we actually look at the metaphor, what is going too fast? When you say you're going too fast, so too fast means it's your mind which is going too fast. Your thinking is rushing. So whenever you find yourself in a situation where your mind seems to rush, it is too busy, slow down. For example, you're sitting in a car and the driver is driving very fast. You'll say, slow down, please slow down. So what do you mean actually? You mean that please speed, make the speed should be less, right? The speed should be less. Suppose you tell a person, a confused person, please slow down. So what are actually your meaning? Your meaning is that stop thinking too much. Instead of having a scattered mind which is thinking over too many topics, slow down. Think of it one topic. Be in the moment. Slowing down means being in the moment. So slow down means being in the moment, breathing calm, thinking about one topic. Okay, next. The fifth piece, ponder. Ponder means think over, reflect back. See, when I'm doing something, I have to ask these questions to myself. Next, I need to ask these questions. Am I thinking right? Am I feeling right? Am I living right? To be more concise, next, I need to ask myself, am I thinking peace? Am I feeling peace? Am I living peace? I need to ask this. Because many times it so happens, I'm doing something, thinking something else. And that's why it so happens, I actually lock the house. But after I leave the house, I keep remembering, I keep asking myself, have I locked the house properly? Have I switched off the gas properly? Have I turned off the lights? Have I turned off the tap? So you don't remember. Why? Because when I was actually doing that work of closing the tap, my mind was not there. It was racing somewhere else. So this pause and ponder is important. I need to pause, ask myself, whatever I'm doing, am I thinking in the same lines? Am I feeling that thing? So many times it so happens, we are singing some bhajan or we are actually praying to God but the mind is racing somewhere else. So in spite of singing a peaceful song, my mind is not in peace because my mind is somewhere else. So many things we do without understanding the meaning, without the feeling, and therefore we feel meaningless. That action is actually meaningless. And sometimes we ask ourselves, our life has no meaning. Why? Because whatever I'm doing, I'm not feeling it. I'm not understanding the meaning of it. Now, whatever I'm doing, if I understand the meaning of it and I'm in that feeling, then I will have more satisfaction in whatever I'm doing. Life will be more meaningful. I will really enjoy whatever I'm doing. So when I am talking about this word ponder, I need to ask these three questions to me at times. I have to pause and ask, am I thinking peace? Am I feeling peace? Am I living peace? So if I'm in alignment with my thinking, feeling, doing, everything is in alignment, then I will have that satisfaction. And I can really go fast. Next. So the key takeaways of today's session. Preparation is crucial. That means planning, preparing myself is crucial. Speed is no doubt very important. Today it's the need of the hour, but efficiency over speed. And whatever I'm doing, quality is more important. And long-term thinking. That means to think ahead. Next. So finally, slow and steady wins the race. Consistency transforms average into excellence. So, should we have a small meditation or at the end? Should we have a meditation or at the end? Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Om
so
Shanti, sister. Uh, uh, you are proposing for a meditation, or should we have a question and answer session?
whatever,
We'll have a
anything.
question and answer session.
Okay, so we'll have question and answer.
After that, short meditation.
Yeah, sure.
I request Sister Swapna to take over for question and answer session.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sister
Om
Smith.
Shanti. Welcome.
Shanti, sister. Very wonderful session today, and we have learned so many things. I hope all the participants got benefited. So now in this questions and session, I would request all participants to put on their questions in the chat box, or they can raise their hand so that we'll unmute you to ask your questions. Anyone is having any questions? Okay, we got one question, sister. How to inculcate the art of slowing down our thoughts while doing something?
First of all, whenever we are doing something, before beginning that task. So let me just, as I was mentioning now, let me take a pause and let me see how I can view this task in a much better way, or you can say in the best way which is possible. Like just now we saw that the stone cutters, 3 stone cutters performing the same task of cutting the stone. So one was thinking, I'm merely cutting the stones. Second one thought, I'm earning for my livelihood. And third one was thinking, I'm creating a beautiful temple. So 3 different thoughts for the same task. Now, the one who thought I'm creating a beautiful temple, so that thought is a beautiful thought. So there will be energy and enthusiasm while performing that task. So naturally, when there's enthusiasm and energy, thoughts will slow down. So I need to say, what thought can I think for this task so that I have a lot of enthusiasm. So when there is enthusiasm, then thoughts will be slow.
Thank you, sister. Next question is, how should we develop concentration at a task?
How should we? So what we need to do is task. I need to think only about the task. I have to tell my mind, order my mind that right now I have to do this task. So any other thought related to any other task, I'll think later. For example, I'll give you an example. What happens sometimes people have some worry over some matters. So what you can do is you set a worry time separately. For example, suppose a student is studying, and when he's studying, he's getting some worry about maybe some subject where he has failed, or maybe he's remembering, a scolding which is got by his teacher, or maybe he's not completed something. So that is coming in his mind. So different thoughts are coming when he's studying. So what he can do is he can allocate a particular day and time called worry time. So there he can, segregate all these worries for that day. So he can tell his mind that on Wednesday, I will think about all the matters which is worrying me. So if his mind understands that, yes, on Wednesday, I will be, my thoughts will be answered or my queries will be actually answered. So then the mind becomes silent. And really on Wednesday, then the person has to give time and open all those worry, concerns, whatever he has. So it is found that that day when he opens all his worries and concerns, many of them must have already gone. And there will be only few which he has to address to. So this way, our mind, if we keep it organized, then, when we are doing the task, we'll be focused.
Thank you, sister. There are similar kind of questions. I'll read at a time. What is best way to slow down? And like how to pause and stop overthinking and make it habit forming? And what thoughts can instantly slow our mind?
Okay.
And result like how to overcome anxiety?
What happens is, we have a false belief system wherein we think that we need to think over matters to find solutions. Means we need to think solutions. But that is not the case. Actually, when you are peaceful, solutions come up. Actually, you don't need to rack your brains always. You don't need to think, and get solutions. No, that is not the way. We've seen, in many stories, we've heard. I think you must have heard about Aristotle also, when he was told actually to find answer for a mathematical problem. So he was not getting the answer. But when he was taking a bath, then suddenly it clicked. That means when a person is peaceful, relaxed state, solutions click. So it is not in thinking that solutions click, but rather in peace and relaxed state, solutions click. So I need to let go of this thought that I need to think. I need to be peaceful and have that faith. So when I have faith inside, I'm peaceful, then solutions click. So overthinking is never the answer, never the solution. Rather, peaceful, being peaceful, slowing down is the answer.
Thank you, sister. Another question, past memories and thoughts constantly coming and difficulty in sleeping. So, how to deal with this?
Yeah, you need to actually settle down with the past. If the past is it's coming up again and again, you have to find a way to, compromise with the past. So there are different ways. One is writing a letter to God, asking for forgiveness, or wherever you have done that mistake, if you have that courage, can directly ask for forgiveness. If you don't have that courage, at least go to a person whom you can trust and you can confide in that person. Or I said, no, write a letter and actually feel that person or feel that situation was there and you're asking for forgiveness mentally. So you need to actually compromise or settle down the past. So once you have settled it in your mind, then it will no longer disturb you. So this way you can, compromise with the past by asking for forgiveness, by confessing, writing it down, and then maybe doing something good for that person, or for that kind of situations you can do something good. So doing that, it will allow you to heal.
Thank you, sister. Last questions will take a very practical scene. How do you get back in control a situation when you are doing something and thinking something else?
Okay, to bring that alignment, so then you need to pause, learn to meditate, learn to, what you can do is maybe sometimes you can speak aloud, feel it. So what you can do, we have guided meditation commentaries, we have it written in our books also. So you can read one thought aloud, feel it, then go to the next thought, read it aloud, feel it, visualize it, read the third thought. So if you do this also, slowly your mind will get aligned to feel the same what you're thinking. And then do the same what you're thinking.
Thank you, sister. So thanks to all participants, those who have asked the questions. And if anyone is having any further query, please write to us at bbsritwing@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Now over to Sister Smita. Thank you.
Swapna, so many tricks in our hands now. Sister, we'll have the meditation round now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I will do is I will guide you to some beautiful thoughts. And then we will have a meditation song being played. That also you need to visualize, feel. So slowing down actually means thinking slow and trying to feel the thought. Just not thinking, but trying to feel the thought, feel your intention, all these subtle, subtle things, subtle faculties of the mind. That means I need to understand what is my motive, what is my intention. The moment I ask, what is my intention, so it becomes pure. My intention starts becoming pure. So now with the pure and noble intention of being a good individual, having a pure and noble intention of becoming, of evolving into a much better human being, I sit with myself. I breathe calm. I feel as if I have all the time in the world. This moment, the present moment, I try and feel this moment, observe everything in this moment as it is. I don't make any judgment regarding anything of how things should be. but rather I accept things as they are. I enjoy the moment. I appreciate the silence in the moment. And slowly, as an observer, I try and understand different things happening in the environment. As a witness, maybe the chirping of the birds, the noise of the vehicles, the sound of people, the sound of the air. I can hear the different sounds, but I accept everything as they are. I'm at peace with myself. Now, when I stand in this moment and I see the past, maybe there are certain things which have not happened as per my choice. So today at this point, I make peace with the past. Okay, whatever has happened in the past, they were lessons for me. I had to grow that way. I so no longer blame the past, but I accept the past. That was necessary for my growth. So I make peace with the past. Even though I have made mistakes, I admit that I have made mistakes. So I ask for forgiveness. I ask God for forgiveness. I ask the people who are involved in that for forgiveness. But now, I put a full stop to the past. I've learned from the past. I've grown wiser. I'm much more stronger and more mature today. That I'll take care of the present, every moment, with God's wisdom, God's support, and my willpower. I will make the best use of this moment so that my future is a bright one. Now, in this peaceful state of mind, I listen to a beautiful song which will help me elevate my feelings.
छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए, छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए। चंचल चित्त का भटका पंछी लौट जो नीड़ में आए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए। छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए। चंचल चित्त का भटका पंछी लौट जो नीड़ में आए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए। अंतर्मुखता की बैठ गुफा में मिलता परम विश्राम है। कर तार से मन के तार जुड़े तो शक्ति मिले अविराम है। अंतर्मुखता की बैठ गुफा में मिलता परम विश्राम है। कर तार से मन के तार जुड़े तो शक्ति मिले अविराम है। आनंद के अनहद गीत मधुर अंतर निरंतर गाए। आनंद के अनहद गीत मधुर अंतर निरंतर गाए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए। छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए। मन का मौन हो जाए। हलचल की हवा थमने लगी, सद्विवेक ज्योति जगने लगी। शांत हृदय में प्रीत प्रभु की चिंताएं हरने लगी। हलचल की हवा थमने लगी, सद्विवेक ज्योति जगने लगी। शांत हृदय में प्रीत प्रभु की चिंताएं हरने लगी। नव सृष्टि सृजन संकल्प सुमन उत्साह उमंग जगाए। नव सृष्टि सृजन संकल्प सुमन उत्साह उमंग जगाए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए। छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए। चंचल चित्त का भटका पंछी लौट जो नीड़ में आए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए। जब मन का मौन हो जाए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए।
Om Shanti. We are coming to the end of the sessions. Now I request Brother BK Bhaiji to give the vote of thanks.
Om Shanti. Thank you, sister. Om Shanti. Good evening. At the outset, I thank the Almighty Authorities, Supreme Father Shiv Baba, for giving up this opportunity to deliberate on the topic, slow down to go fast. And this has been a very beautiful topic. And then we have experienced what we have learned throughout this topic. I would like to thank our IT wing leaders, the chairperson of IT wing, Raj Yogini, Brahma Kumaris, Asha Didiji, our IT wing national coordinator, Raj Yogini, Brahma Kumari, Madhu Didiji, IT wing coordinator at headquarters, Rajyogi, Brahma Kumar, Yashpant Bhaiji, who have been guiding all these IT programs. In addition, I would like to thank our regional leaders, Rajyogini, Brahma Kumaris, Lina Didiji, Head of Bhubaneswar Subzone, and Rajyogini Brahma Kumari, Gulab Didiji, Center in charge, Patia Bhubaneswar, who have been constantly providing the guidance and support for all these programs that is being organized. I would like to thank our esteemed speaker, Brahma Kumari, Sister Neeraja, who have given her time from her busy schedule and shared her practical experience, her insights on this topic. I think we have seen the various short episode, and then how that is linked to the slow down to this topic, slow down to go fast. The one of the things I like the most actually is that cardboard is add, how the change of artificial intel, how the introduction of AI, and then what you will be doing, and then where you stand. And I also gave an example of the storm, eye of storm, that you can take the beautifully the eye, a letter, the is the character, the eye, or the eye of the storms. If once somebody goes to the eye of the storms, that is very calm and peace. So this is similarly, I think you can see if you go towards the eye of the storms or the eye here it is self, you will be able to realize the slowness, peacefulness, and the grow. You can realize the value that that is required for the life. Also touched upon the various strategies, and then also the benefit of this going slow down. Some of the benefits are improved qualities, enhanced decision making, and reduces the mistakes and improves our well-being. Thank you, sisters. I'm sure this will be a very good learnings, and then practically useful for all of us. Thank you, sister. In addition, I would like to thank the hosting team, Sister Smita, and all organizing team who have been supporting the backend to make this event successful. At the same time, I like to thank all the participants who have joined directly through Zoom meetings, and also the YouTube link through thank them for joining and sparing the times and making these interactions more live. Thank you, everyone. One second. Thank you all.